Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. For those of you who don't know, I started Grumpy Old Fart to express my political and social opinions and to say things that I felt needed to be said. Unfortunately, YouTube started giving me strikes. As a hedge against this happening, I've created backup YouTube channels, Grumpy Old Gamer and Grumpy Old Ufologist. I also created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can find all of my stuff there, including my political opinion and current events. The link to my Rumble channel, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a historic haunting video on the Winchester House. Okay. The origin of this story begins with the invention of one of the finest rifles in history, one of the best firearms, one of the best well-known firearms in history. Many innovations of earlier rifles led to the invention of the Henry rifle, which led to the invention of, which then led to the invention of the Winchester model 1866. Oliver Winchester owned the company that developed the Winchester from the Henry. Millions of the various Winchester models were sold across the globe. It was one of the most famous and successful rifle designs of all time. Anytime you've seen the old cowboy movies with the lever action rifle, yeah, that's probably a Winchester. Maybe a Henry, but probably a Winchester. Firearms magnate William Wirt Winchester, he was the treasurer of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, married Sarah Lockwood. When her husband and mother-in-law passed away, Sarah Lockwood Winchester inherited $20 million and a 50% holding in the company. Sarah, always called Sally, felt overwhelming guilt for the deaths inflicted by the rifle. She felt that her husband and thereby herself were guilty for having caused these deaths. I don't know how anyone could think that, but there you go. Sally owned a mansion in San Jose, California, and here's where the details get a little fuzzy. For every story that says one thing, another story claims something else. Many of these stories directly contradict each other. So, when I was doing research for this, I went through story after story after story, like 20 of them, I think. And I tried to find details that were common in all of them, or at least most of them. And so here we go. Here's what we do know. Sally was an enthusiast who listened to mediums. That may have been where the guilt for the rifles came from. I'm not sure. One of these mediums, told her that the ghosts of the victims of Winchester firearms were following her, and the only way to divert them was to confuse them somehow. Evidently, the woman believed that she could get them lost in her house and be rid of them. Sally also believed that once construction was finished on her house, she was going to die. Mediums had a huge sway over people back in the day, and they preyed upon these rich people. That you got to keep them coming back so you can milk more money out of them. Now, I don't know if this medium was real or not, if she had powers or not, but regardless of what I believe, Sally believed them. Sally began adding to her mansion, constructing hallways to nowhere, doors that opened into walls, rooms with no exits, doors and windows that opened into nothing. It's a bell tower that was rumored to be used to summon spirits. Other maze-like features. Sally was obsessed with the number 13 and held nightly seances. There's a number of different stairwells in the house that have 13 steps. There's a number of rooms that have 13 windows. It's just crazy. After Sally's death in 1922, the house became a tourist attraction for its Gothic architecture and curious features. Over the years, the house was used in films and as a basis for Disney rides. A movie was made about it starring Helen Mirren. And if you've not seen it, I have not seen that movie. But Helen Mirren is good in anything she's in. She's one of my favorite actresses. She is anything she's in is worth doing, and she does it well. She's one of the best actresses on the planet, and she's hot as hell. My contention is, watch the movie. That's all I'm saying. Over the years since Sally began the construction frenzy, and even after her death, visitors have reported all manner of apparitions, sounds, shadows, and even physical encounters with entities that can only be described as otherworldly. People see dark shapes and shadows moving through the halls. Visitors report seeing ghostly apparitions in several rooms. Tourists report having or hearing whispers, footsteps, and windows and doors being slammed. They report smelling food cooking and feeling cold spots. There's one room apparently where people smell cigar smoke. I don't know what that's about. Well, maybe Sally smokes cigars. I don't know. Several tourists report being shoved or grabbed by non-existent assailants. So there's one story of a lady. She's with the tour, and she's last in line, and she's getting ready to go down the stairs to follow the group, and something shoved her from behind, and she fell into the crowd. Luckily, she fell into people, And again, I'm going with the information that was common in the different articles that I read. Again, a lot of this stuff, a lot of these articles contradicted each other. So there's a lot of this stuff you've probably heard that I'm leaving out of this. If you know something, or if you know something from a reputable source, please put it in the comments. I'm sure people would love to read it. Mediums who have visited the house have counted over 1,000 different spirits within. Several mediums ran from the house and refused to return. The Sally Winchester house is rumored to be the most haunted house in America, possibly the world. And if the medium was correct, if she had power and she knew and she was truthful, then Sally was being haunted by millions of spirits. And the only way to get them off of her was to confuse them, which is the reason she built these additions to her mansion. Then it's possible there are thousands and thousands, maybe even millions of spirits trapped in this house because they're too confused to find a way out. You see what I'm saying? I can't verify any of that's true, but if the story holds, and it holds with what people are reporting they see and feel and experience in this house, maybe there's something to it. You never know. Now, a little add-on from my opinion. A gun is a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver or a pencil. It is as good or evil as the person using it. Now, it's never good. War is never ever good. Sometimes it's a necessity when you're defending your life and your way of life. But war is sometimes a necessity, but it's never good. It should always be the last option. Now, that being said, if you're defending your way of life, or defending your life, your family's life, and all you have to defend it with is one of these rifles, one of these Winchester rifles, yeah, I'm going to defend my life. I'm going to defend my family. And if their spirits get pissed off about it, oh well. Sorry. If somebody comes to your house, they come calling, they set the rules, you play the game, and you want to win the game. It's that simple. And I'm not saying it's a game, but that's, they set the rules, you play to win. That's all there is to it. Firearms help us to defend our lives. I am a huge Second Amendment advocate. Anybody who knows me knows that. That's one of the reasons I resisted doing this video earlier. But if this woman felt guilty about it, I feel bad for her. But you never know. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.